already in a costly legal battle trying to collect a small fine for an alleged violation 3 years ago. But the owner says the scoop is she's not paying that fine. CBS 2's Dana Tyler has more.
For 10-year-old Harry Margolis and his younger brother Max, naming the flavors in this now famous giant ice cream cone has become something of a game, even as they lick away on the real thing. But for town officials, there's nothing cool about the huge cone inside the Shock Ice Cream Parlor on Main Street.
Ice cream cone is a sign, according to my building inspector.
Longtime West Hampton Beach Mayor Conrad Teller says the village has been trying to fine owner Elise Richmond $350 for 3 years for having once placed the cone out in front of the store. It's against the law to place large signs on the street. The $18,000 legal battle is being paid for by the village taxpayers.
It's art. It's a sculpture. I mean, come on, it's not a sign.
Loyal customers like John Holder say the ice cream controversy is much ado about nothing.
People should really lighten up. I have to say, just in general, people need to learn how to lighten up. It's just, that's crazy to me.
Richmond says she could just pay the fine, but points to a legal victory she won last year before the village appealed.
Because it was dismissed. The judge threw it out on 10 different reasons.
But the mayor says the judge was wrong, and he'll press on through the courts no matter what the cost. I'm Dana Tyler, TV 1055.
And joining us now is the ice cream lady, Elise Richmond, the lady with the big ice cream cone. She's brought her attorney as well, Guy Parisi, and welcome to the show, both of you. First of all, Miss Richmond, that is one big ice cream cone. How'd you get it in the first place?
Someone gave it to me as a gift.
And I understand this is actually not even the original. The original got stolen. Is this exactly like it? Explain that whole story.
The original was stolen 2 days after we put the ice cream cone outside the store.
So the one we're looking at is not even the one that started all this.
No, it was stolen 2 days. They gave me a summons. The fine was remedied. The allegation was removed. So I don't know why we even discussed
Yeah, that's the legal part of it with a judge last year, and we'll get to explaining that with your attorney. Well, who stole the original?
We don't know. It's a cold case.
A cold
It's still
case.
a cold case.
That's pretty good. There are too many puns with this. We try to restrain ourselves, but you're free to do a few if you like. Sure, you've heard them all, but you know, that's what's the funny part of this to a lot of people. This all seems fairly comical. Do you see it as comical?
Oh, I think it's ridiculous. And the people in the village are outraged to spend this kind of money on something so frivolous.
Well, you sure you got the people in the village on your side? The mayor says the businesses support this ordinance, that they don't want big, loud, it's the Hamptons. People like to stroll down the nice little boulevards there, the narrow lanes of the old-style village. They don't want to see a bunch of blaring signs, even if it's an ice cream cone.
On Saturday night, there's music in the village. Town comes alive. It's a tourist town. We attract people. It's a great place to visit. It's fun. It's ice cream.
Did you have any idea when you first put that cone out that it would stir up this kind of thing?
No, not at all. Not at all. It was fun. We were doing a kid's birthday party. We put it outside. We weren't going to leave it there for a long time. And 2 days later, it was stolen.
And that, I think, is interesting as to who stole. Do you have a theory about who may have stolen?
I don't.
I mean, you could say maybe disgruntled people, even perhaps a competitor who
It could
doesn't
have
want...
been. I think it's in the marina in the back, at the bottom of the water.
You mean somebody ripped it up and threw it in the water nearby?
I don't know. They never found it.
Well, let's bring Mr. Parisi into this. He's your attorney, and are you spending thousands to hiring this fellow here to battle your case?
No, I'm doing a pro bono.
Why are you doing that?
Enough is enough. I mean, Elise is a single mother with virtually 4 jobs. She has 3 summer businesses, and then she's also a real estate broker, and it's absolutely bullying her. The village is bullying her and figuring, well, you know, she's going to run out of money. Well, she's not going to run out of money. It's not going to cost her anything.
Well, you know, basically, I believe it was $350 a day. There were 2 days. That was $700, and then a judge threw it out last year on Long Island, but they appealed to a Brooklyn court.
Yeah, what was very significant about the judge's dismissal was I didn't even have a chance to look brilliant. The judge did it on his own motion. He looked at this and said, this is ridiculous, and he threw it out in the interest of justice.
You know, the objective side of me tries to be fair about this, because if you have an ordinance to keep out big objects that you don't want to clutter your streets, then that was the point of the ordinance. And this is a 6-foot ice cream cone, but then again, it has no wording on it. But I can see how some people might say, well, that is a big object. That's something you put out in front of your store that we can't help but notice.
This came from a gallery, the gallery in West Hampton.